So thank you, ladies.
Oh, okay.
I know this is really, I tell you, from what, January to now, I don't think I knew 9/10 of you. And here we are today. And that is actually a little bit about what I'm going to be getting into, because my topic is going to be talking to you about marketing in any economy. And so I really have started my talk already. The one thing I would like you to do, though, it is a part of marketing. And in your swag bags, do you know what swag stands for?
No.
Some of them.
Special wild ass guest.
Wow, that's a good one. Special wild ass guest. I love it. Oh, I'm going to use that one in my talk next time. Swag bags are stuff we all get. Yeah, stuff we all get. You know, when you go to conferences, you get a bag, and you're wondering what's this baggie for? It's stuff you all get. So when you get those swag bags, learn to use them, and again, fill them up. Take something from every vendor. That's a way that actually I got a hold of some of you. I'm going to ask Jamie to help me with this, because last night, about 3 o'clock, I got delirious and I rewrote the whole thing. I don't know what's coming next, but we're gonna do it because I really don't. I wrote the whole thing over again. You know, I thought, I'm getting tired. I don't want to do a lot of heavy stuff, but marketing is so great. I am an expert in marketing. My Bachelor of Science decades ago was in marketing. Since that time, I've been in the Peace Corps and traveled and been to other countries and helped people with businesses, been back again. Gotten the 2 degrees and then the PhD in Human and Organization Systems. And what that means is that I see the whole picture on things. So when people come and tell me bits and pieces, I can click, 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 and it goes together for me very quickly. But that's a systems perspective. And with that, you learn how to market a business and actually take those skills to actually market it. So one thing that I keep close to my computer is this statement: until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness, by W.H. Murray, along with other things, of course, that encourage me every day in my habits that I have that keep me motivated and keep me focused and going forward, even in the face of a lot of obstacles. You know, there are different things that you have to think about. You have to be committed, or you'll be hesitant when you get ready to do your business. And some people are saying, well, how did you even decide to do this? Well, once you jump in with a couple of feet, one thing you need to do is set a deadline. You know, when you do strategic planning, the first thing you want to do is set the goal date or set the deadline and work backwards. So you have to get in there, make a commitment, make a public statement sometimes so you're held accountable, and then do your plan and get your business moving. So let's move on here. So what is marketing? Marketing, traditionally, there are the 4 P's of marketing, and those 4 P's are product, packaging, pricing, and promotions. Within that, we have different concepts, but actually marketing your business is are the activities that you do to get your product or service into the hand of a target client, normally for the exchange of money. Sometimes we talk about trades and bartering. It gets to the point where you do enough of that and you go hungry. You know, and unfortunately we kind of get into that. I'm going to tell you, and this is a hard truth, but sometimes the hardest people to do business with are your friends, especially girlfriends. You know, oh honey, I'll give you mine if you give me this, and we trade, and then we're both hungry. You know, we can't even take each other out to lunch. So we have to understand that what business is. Business is business. In fact, a lot of people now are saying, you know, we have to cut out the let's do lunch thing. You know, because we have to stay focused on our business, but and then we can take our friends out to lunch. But we're talking today, and again, as you're seeing, we're dealing with some real no-nonsense topics that we a lot of times as women don't have an opportunity to get into with each other, where we really get right to it. But product, service. The very first thing you do when you market yourself is decide, what am I having to offer? That's number one. What do I offer? That's your first piece of marketing. Because with that, you've decided what your skills and experiences are and what you're going to give to the marketplace. Then you have to figure out, how am I going to put this thing together so I can deliver it? That is another part of it. Every person here has something that they are packaging in some way, even if it's a service where you are giving your professional service where people do not own what you do. That's what a service is. It's something that you deliver that the other person does not take ownership of. A tangible product they can take some kind of ownership of. Tangible products are easier for people to market because the consumer can understand that. You can also package services into a product so that you have a start, a middle, and an end, and you can give measurable outcomes. So again, even in saying that, you probably can visualize better a product or a service that you could wrap your arms around. So you have to understand how to package what you do. And any service even can be packaged so that you position yourself in the marketplace. Now, positioning means that you've decided where you want to stand in the marketplace. I think all of the speakers in here have touched on some of these, and I'm trying to also wrap this up for you in a way in that your positioning says, am I positioning myself as the low-end provider, which means I have to get more people at a lower end, which could be fine if that's where your business is and that's your positioning, or am I going to be a high-end provider, which means you even package yourself differently. The way it's presented is different. The image that's presented is different. To market to the masses, you give yourself a certain kind of an appearance and image. It has to match your market. When you begin to get into charging more or a higher level, you do begin to look at the whole image differently. How am I going to attract that client? That's all a part of marketing. Positioning, pricing. Price structures immediately set the tone of how you will attract a client. Now, if you say that I'm a high-end person, but you keep, bargaining on your prices and you go down to 25 bucks or you go down to 100 or whatever, or in that market, you might even be $1,000 person and say, well, I'll give it to you for that amount, but normally people would charge 5,000. Well, you know what? You're not positioning yourself with your pricing. Pricing also has to be set to attract the clients that you want to work with. You attract your ideal client by setting certain prices and working in that positioning. When you get all of these things straight, and there's a lot of more details that go into that, then you begin to do your promotions out in the field. Now, what happens is a lot of people jump immediately, I want to market myself, and they jump into tactics. Let's talk about social networking. Let's talk about doing this. Let's talk about doing that. But you don't know who you're trying to market to. You don't know what your pricing are. You don't know your packaging, your positioning. And so that's why a lot of times the marketing isn't effective.